Is micromanagement preventable? That's what we'll be talking about today, guys. Welcome to CultureCast. I am your host, Jay Lippman. I'm super happy you could join me. Unfortunately, I don't have a guest for you today, but I am working on getting someone on the show real soon. In the meantime, as always, you can count on me to have something to talk about. So over the weekend, I came across a video on YouTube by one of my personal heroes, Simon Sinek. I'm not going to go into details, but it got me thinking about the concept of micromanagement. More specifically, why does micromanagement happen? I mean, everybody knows that nobody likes a micromanager. Nobody likes to be suffocated at work while they're trying to get something done. But if this is such common knowledge, why does it happen? I've done a lot of thinking about this and a lot of, reflecting on my own career and a lot of research into this. Because as anybody who has consumed my content can tell you, I spent a lot of years working for the epitome of a micromanager. And here's what I've come up with. There is a fundamental problem with the promotion and training of management in most companies. So like I said, I've been reflecting a lot on my own career, and I actually do have a couple of examples to show you what I mean. The first real management role I ever held was as a service manager for a small electrical contractor based right outside of DC. Anyone who's consumed my content can tell you this. Now, I talk a lot about the problems that we had in that company, and I've been known to use the owner of that company as an example of what not to do. But today, I'm going to flip the script and talk about one of the things that he did right. See, I didn't get promoted from electrician to service manager because I was good at the job I had. When it came to doing electrical work, there was no question that there were smarter, faster electricians than me. That's not to say I was a bad electrician, just that there were better electricians than me in the company. However, and this is straight from the boss's mouth, I had the best people skills he had ever seen. My ability to interact with the customers and instill confidence in them was second to none. Unfortunately, many businesses promote people not because they're a good fit for the position, but because they are good at the job they have. They seem to think that just because they're good at performing a certain task, that they would also be good at supervising the people that perform that certain task. That's mistake number one. In order to effectively illustrate the other big mistake I see companies making, we'll take a look at something that happened while I was working for the medical equipment company. This isn't a story about something that happened directly to me, but it is something that I observed while I was there. If you've been paying attention to my story, you'll know that while working for that medical equipment company, I was passed over for a promotion. This was another case where I wasn't the best technician out there, but I was a good fit for the management position due to both my previous management experience and my ability to see the big picture. Unfortunately, I didn't meet the requirements to be a manager. In other words, I didn't have a college degree. So the position was given to someone else. Now, I will be the first to admit that the person who did get the management position was an excellent technician. She was much better than me in that respect. And if that was all that was required in order to perform the job successfully, then she would have without a doubt excelled in her new role. Unfortunately, she lacked the ability to really see the big picture and to communicate that big picture to the team. She also didn't know how to let go of her old responsibilities as a technician and shift gears into overseeing the people that now were responsible for those tasks. Because of this, my new manager found herself not only trying to manage a team of people, but also micromanage her old responsibilities in fear that the person now performing them wouldn't do it as well as she would have. The result, well, the team was, for the most part, without any real leadership. The manager became overwhelmed with her new position, and then one day she just didn't show up, and we never saw her again. Now, would this have happened if I was given the promotion instead of her? Maybe, but I'm not here to speculate, and that's not the point I'm trying to make. The part of this story that I've left out so far is the details of the management training that the new manager had to go through. In short, she learned a lot about reports, processes, and paperwork, but nothing about managing people. Again, it's a common misconception that just because someone is good at performing a certain task, they'd also be good at managing the people that perform that same task. In many cases, though, this is far from the truth. There is a significant difference in being responsible for completing a task and being responsible to the people completing that same task. Unfortunately, many businesses don't give sufficient training to new managers to prepare them for this jump in responsibilities. They aren't taught how to trust their employees to do their jobs or what trust looks like as an action word. This is where the bulk of micromanagement comes from. When businesses focus more on process and paperwork training rather than actual management training. So what's the solution? How can micromanagement be prevented in the workplace? I think the answer to that question is twofold. First, make sure that the person you're promoting to a management position is actually qualified to be a manager and not just the best at their current job. Do they have the right attitude? Are they good with people? Do they have the ability to see the big picture and to clearly communicate that big picture to a team? These are just a few of the questions you should be asking. Second, take the time to give your new managers real management training. Teach them how to communicate effectively. Teach them how to motivate the people working for them. Teach them how to be a manager of people and not just a manager of reports and processes. In my career, I've noticed a significant need for real management training. It's why I started the business that I did. This is a topic that I'm very passionate about. It's a small but very important step towards building a business that people want to work for. And as we all know, if you build a business that people want to work for, your people will bring you customers that last a lifetime. And that's how to build a truly great business. Thanks for listening, everyone. See you next week.